E aí pessoal, sejam todos bem-vindos aí a mais um vídeo de hoje. No vídeo de hoje a gente vai estar dando continuidade na nossa liga, né? E a partida passada, no caso a nossa liga, a gente está jogando com o Atlanta Hawks. E na partida passada nós vencemos, né? A gente tinha acabado de sair de uma derrota e conseguimos logo virar o próximo jogo com vitória, né? Nós jogamos contra os Miami Heat, nós jogamos na casa deles, se eu não me engano. Nós vencemos a partida. E a próxima partida vai ser de novo contra eles, só que vai ser jogando em casa. Então, eu acredito que eles vão querer jogar com mais intensidade do que a partida passada, porque a gente venceu eles jogando na casa deles, né? Então, acredito eu que eles vão querer dar a volta por cima agora, né? Então, vou liberar aqui a imagem para vocês. Nós já vamos dar continuidade na nossa liga. Eu já vou mostrar para vocês aqui. A gente perdeu para o time do Philadelphia de 72 a 63. E a partida aqui que nós jogamos foi jogando fora, foi 67 a 48, beleza? Então a próxima partida vai ser jogando em casa. Espero que a gente consiga sair com a vitória. Bora lá, pessoal.
We've been talking so much NBA 2K21, but we wanted to stop and take a moment to thank you guys for tuning in and joining us for 45 episodes in NBA 2K20.
We've had so much fun connecting with you all over this past season.
So as we put NBA
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Moments away as the drama awaits. From Atlanta, Georgia, the Heat taking on the Hawks. For the Miami Heat, a slow start to the season. A win tonight could bring them closer to 500. That's the goal. Hawks, Heat, tip-off just moments away.
Mano. Jim Butler, Trae Young, Clint Capella. Tá aí, Jim Butler, mano. Trae Young, mano. Mano. Jogão.
Greetings, everyone. Hope you're all enjoying this. Happy Halloween. It's a special October 31st matchup in the NBA here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and on the sideline, David Aldridge. While we get a break, let's now take a look at the October standings out east. We'll take a look at the Hawks. They're in second, looking to take over the first. And, of course, Miami. They're much further down in the standings right now.
And right now for the Hawks, the step forward they've taken this season has been a giant one. I thought they'd be an improved team, but I had no idea they could be this good.
And you're not alone. How could anyone have predicted this? Nobody thought they'd be such serious contenders this deep into the season.
And David Aldridge is standing by for our pregame report. David, good evening.
More than 40 years ago, the Oscar Robertson rule ushered in the new era of free agency in the NBA. In the last decade, players have taken personal agency. They've pulled up stakes and forced trades in search of an ideal environment. Now, sometimes for teams on the losing end of that, it's a bitter pill to swallow. But this is the new reality of the NBA. Kevin?
It is indeed, D.A. Thank you. Well, it's all about the trick-or-treating tonight, Smitty.
Well, I'm old school, Kevin, but I will tell you, I hated candy corn. You can keep that. I hated the way it looked, and I hated the way it tasted.
So the opening lineup for the Heat, they've got Adebayo. Jimmy Butler is out there with Jay Crowder, and there's Iguodala. And it's none in at the point. And for the Hawks, Hunter at the 3 with
Bora
Collins
pegar
at the
essa bola,
4.
pessoal.
Young and Herter make up the backcourt. And it's Capella in at center.
Consegui
And it's
pegar
the
a
Hawks to
bola.
start out. Herter passes to Collins. Back to Herter. Deflects the pass.
Acho que é nossa bola, hein? Acho que foram
And
eles
so
que
it looks
pegaram.
like the Hawks will retain possession here.
Olha, ele tá
And
com
for a look at
matemática de
how the
Halloween ali no
competition
lado, mano. Que
stacks up
maneiro.
right now. These the new power rankings. They tell a great story. They're obviously disappointed with how things are going. Momentum working right now against them.
And
Bonito,
right
mano.
now,
Achei
for the
legal.
Hawks,
Primeira vez que eu vi.
they've sure made a statement here early on, outpacing some teams that were expected to be better, owning that top spot and defending it with pride.
Now, here is Young. Puts it up. And it's Capella missing. To the paint.
Deixa eles
And the
fazer.
jam by Andre Iguodala.
I love how
Beleza.
Jimmy Butler let the play develop, how he's learned to trust his vision.
Young, right side. And he converts the layup.
And getting the offense started with a high-quality look down low.
Here's Miami now. The pass to Nunn. And oh, what
Boa,
a play.
mano.
He just palms the block. Collins against Crowder. The kick out to Young. Nunn
Não
grabs the
entrou,
board.
hein?
I'll tell you what, I think he thought that was going in. I sure did.
And the shot's good from
Cara, o cliente
Jay
fez um
Crowder
roubo muito
often
bonito,
stays out
mano.
on
Foi
the
bonito,
perimeter,
mano.
but
Achei
sees
bonito,
the
mano.
opening and quickly takes advantage.
And Young, here we go. Hunter, the pass to Young.
Ai,
Young
que
missing.
mentira, mano.
And that is
Ela
the
balangou lá
exact type
dentro
of
ainda, mano.
opportunity this offense is looking to create.
You know, if you get the ball to the right guy in the right spot, more often than not, you're coming away with points.
And so it's Atlanta with it after Jimmy Butler missed from long range.
It's
Tô
been a
acertando
rough
muitas
quarter
bolas,
for
hein?
him. Can't seem to find any kind of rhythm.
Tô precisando acertar bolas
The
melhores.
Heat have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today.
Tentando. Ainda não deu certo.
Tipped
Opa.
away. Pass to Adebayo. Iguodala deciding where to go with it. Back to Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
Andre Iguodala showing his court vision off the pick and roll. Just a remarkable player who really threads the needle with his pass.
And when you think about some of the most entertaining Hawks teams, my mind always goes
Tá vendo? O cara tava sozinho, mano. Ele podia ter
Reason
acertado
why he
essa.
was a 9-time All-Star.
Ele podia ter acertado
NBA
essa bola,
scoring
tá ligado? Ele
champion.
tava sozinho.
Had some legendary matchups against
Mas
Larry
tudo bem.
Bird and Chuck Person, to name a few. One of the most electrifying players in the history of the game.
And it's the Heat with the ball after the missed 3 from John Collins. Here's Nunn, defended by Young. Nunn can't get it to fall. And Collins has got the ball here for Atlanta. Trailing by 4. They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
mental toughness on the road. The arena was rocking, but they just got down to business and never let up.
It was a
que eu já
terrific
tô na
performance we got a chance to
beira,
watch. They got into a nice rhythm
tentando
and made
não
smart
fazer
adjustments along the
doideira.
way.
Reddish, he's checked in for Atlanta. And then for Miami, Kelly Olynyk comes in for Jay Crowder. And Hero subbed in for Andre Iguodala. Here's Hero. Down low, here's Butler. Collins grabs the miss.
That was excellent contest, preventing him from making something that's usually automatic.
That one drops for him.
Poucos pontos
Great
ainda nesse
timing.
primeiro tempo.
That can be the difference
Acho que
between
vai
an
ser uma
assist
partida com poucos
and a
pontos
turnover.
novamente.
Pass to Butler. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the
Ai,
first.
quase eu
And
pego ela no meio do
sends
caminho,
it
mano.
down.
Foi
Shots good
quase,
from Butler.
quase, mano. Se eu pego a
The
bola.
Hawks trail by 4. Young outside. Happy to see that one go in for his second make in 5 attempts.
Scouting report is be physical with Trae Young, and every night he finds ways to still make plays.
And oh, here we go. Young's got it, the fast break chance. And he hits it to tie the game up. Young's got 6.
Talented, driven, he puts constant pressure on your defense.
Beleza, roubei outra.
Oh, and here we go with Collins. Nobody back. Pull-up jumper. And the Hawks getting another basket right there.
That's what Trae Young does best defensively. He has quick hands for the steal, and he ignites the break.
And it wasn't until midway through John Collins' second season at Wake Forest, Smitty, that he really jumped on the NBA scouts' radar.
You're right. A 19-year-old sophomore. What he did, he led the nation in player efficiency rating. The production undeniable then and now.
And Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
And the foul on Cam Reddish. That is his first foul of the game. So for the Hawks, Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for
Isso não, mano, isso não.
Carter comes
Calma,
in for
pessoal,
Hunter.
calma.
And it's Teague in for Trae Young. Jones checked in for the Heat. The Heat shooting their first
Ele vai
shots from the
acertar
free
essa
throw
agora.
line tonight.
Well, one thing the Heat have been terrific at
Padrão,
the last few
padrão.
years, protecting the rim.
The Heat have taken an old-school approach to the center position, choosing physical intimidators over floor spacers.
Robinson's checked in for Miami. Carter finds Dedmon. Back to Carter. Hawks passing it around. Pass to Fernando. Launches it.
Não foi, hein?
Here's Bembry. From deep three-point range.
Não foi
It's
também.
Adebayo with the rebound.
They better clear a spot on the bench for him because that's where he's headed.
Tentei 2 de
if
3
he
pontos.
continues to take
Não
shots
foi.
like that.
Yes.
Não consegui, acho que fazer nenhuma de 3 ainda. Só foi de 2 pontos.
The Hawks trail by 3. Teague dishes to Dedmon. Fernando, the pass to Teague. Here's Fernando. Here's Bembry. Olynyk is covering. Clock at 6. The pass to Fernando. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. Teague can't hit. Here's Nunn to the middle. And Adebayo throws it down.
One of the cases where height fails to tell you the whole story.
Safada.
Now Teague. He gets it up. And it is
Nice, mano. Gol. Entrou de 3, mano.
Big time shot to beat
Boa.
the buzzer there. My goodness.
Consegui te contar
That one
pouquinho.
a little, but terrific stroke from range.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. It's the Heat leading by just 2. We'll be back shortly live from State Farm Arena. Tough-nosed Jimmy Butler talks about the mantle of being a franchise player.
You call me a leader, all-star, whatever you want to call it, but with that comes a lot of, some people call it pressure, but a lot of responsibility is what I call it. Every night you got to show up. You have to be productive. You have to show guys even when you're hurt, you can still play. Even when you're tired, you got to go out there and do what you're supposed to do. It's fun to me. I love it. I wouldn't have it any other.
And that's what he worked for. And he works as hard as anyone, Greg, in the NBA.
And you see that competitiveness and desire in his play.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Miami, guys.
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
You know this, the team
Nice,
that dictates
man.
the pace typically rules the roost. We see that here early on.
On the floor for Miami, in the middle, it's Olynyk and Adebayo. Then it's Robinson, then it's Jones, and it's Nunn in at the point guard.
They're getting on a roll.
Esse time até agora, eu chamo de segundo time. Esse time até agora que entrou, ele acertou bem mais bolas de 3 pontos. Viu?
Hey, Smitty, every NBA player has their Mount Rushmore. Every NBA fan does. The 4 players they consider the best of all time. So I'll ask you, who is on your NBA Mount Rushmore?
I would say Michael Jordan, Kevin, Magic Johnson, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar,
Não,
and Kobe
dá
Bryant.
esse
Those are
roubo,
by
mano.
4.
The Heat trail by 4. Outside Robinson. Dishes it to Jones. Here's Nunn. Teague covering. Nunn, that's good. Nunn's got 5 points so far.
So good at the rim. A slow defensive rotation leads to the easy lay.
Carter outside. Pass to Dedman. From deep.
Cai quase. Se essa essa ia ser bonita.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Quase eu pego, mano. Quase.
You gotta love that one,
A
Kevin.
little surprised, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same. Teague surveying the D. Out to Carter. Pass to Teague. Makes it off the glass. Teague's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And there you see the speed of Teague. Always keeps defenders backpedaling.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game.
É,
And ever since the Big
É,
Three
mano.
era ended, Miami has sort of defined middle of the pack.
Yeah, for the last 5 seasons, they haven't won more than 48 games or lost fewer than 37. This is
Pô,
what happens
deixa eu ver quem foi
when
que
you
entrou. Só
rarely
foi o
select
Clint. Não,
in the
foi
top 10
os
of
caras
the
do primeiro
draft.
time
You
entraram,
become
mano.
reliant
Decidiram
on free
jogar, mano.
agents.
Bora jogar
That's
então.
a tricky, sometimes heartbreaking approach.
And the Hawks with a completely new group on the floor. Atlanta's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. Shots good from Young.
Boa.
They're getting a lot of their points outside.
É isso que eu quero ver, Ian. É isso que eu quero ver, mano.
5 baskets are from three-point range.
Here's Iguodala. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got 4 rebounds in this game. And there's the call on Jones. That's his
Fizeram
first
falta.
foul.
Fizeram falta na gente aqui, mano. Esses larapes sem vergonhas, mano. Fizeram falta na
Number
gente.
2, around 3 minutes gone by.
Mano,
And it's Capella missing.
Not quite
acabou,
enough
mano.
defense.
Cliente Capela nunca
That
mais vai
time
fazer
around,
isso,
just
mano.
lucky he was off.
Here's Hero. And he banks in the layup. Hero's got his first points of the night.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Now, here is Young. Not a lot of room. Collins finds Capella. Here's Young. He can't hit that
Ooh.
time. Now the Heat take it the other way. They're coming into this game off that recent loss to Atlanta.
Yeah, in that one, the shot selection wasn't terrible, but they had to tighten it up. It did not happen.
They never really got into a rhythm despite trying a few different things. Sometimes it's just
Faz a
not your night.
marcação.
Now here's Butler.
Fez o
After the miss from
giro.
Trae Young.
Fez o giro.
It will go down, and the
quase,
Hawks
foi
lead
quase.
is cut down to just 1 on the basket from Jimmy Butler.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Now, here's Capella. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Shots good from Young.
The willingness of Young to work off the ball just gives the defense another thing to account for.
Smitty, interesting fact about Trae Young. Drafted by the
marcação,
Hawks,
faz a
but he
marcação
has a
só aí,
strong
faz a
fear
marcação.
of birds.
Wow. I also heard he even had a meeting with their mascot, Harry the Hawk,
pontinho,
to
não é
get a
nada, mano.
comfort zone with each other. They're cool now, but Trae Young, not a fan of other birds.
Here's Reddish.
Droga.
After the Heat pick up 2.
Pegou.
Inside, here's Hero.
Virou,
Howard down
virou,
after
virou.
the assist, led him into the lane. 6 changes of the lead here.
Yeah, both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game.
Young for 3. Jay Crowder pulls it in. And so it's Crowder with it. He'll bring it up for the Heat. Hero passes to Iguodala. Here's Jones. Rebound Atlanta. Capella's got his 5th rebound in this one. To the inside. Stops. Pops. Offensive rebound. The kick out to Young. In the corner. Herter with it. Shot clock at 5. The 3. And Trae Young hits from deep. Young's got 8 points in the quarter.
His second make from beyond the arc this quarter after hitting none in the first.
The pass to Jones. Shot from 12. The shot's good. Jones has got it all tied up now for Miami. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Shakes him. And it's laid up and in by Young. Young's got 16 points.
Man, he has been locked in this quarter. Shouldering the load.
Cara, tá parecendo eu, mano. Eu passo direto, às vezes quando eu pulo assim. É engraçado, mano.
Butler with the ball. From deep three-point range, and that would have
Nice,
counted,
mano.
but
Conseguimos
his
sair na
shot was
vantagem
off
pro
the mark this
halftime.
time. Trae Young, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Atlanta Hawks. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Jeff Teague. Jeff, they grabbed the lead on you guys. How were you able to grab it back?
Came back in and just started playing harder. We know these are some crucial games for us right now at home, and we just got to go out there and try to get wins.
Well, we'll see who grabs it last. Jeff, thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime.
Tá sendo um jogo pegado, mano. Até agora nós não tem nenhuma vantagem ainda.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is right here. Say hey to the folks, Kenny.
Hey, folks.
Say hey to the folks, Shaq.
Hey, folks.
Hey, let's get this party started. Okay. We saw Trae Young lighting it up in the first half. He had 16 points, 2 steals, and 1 assist. He seems to have carried the momentum from his last game right into tonight. Kenny, what was your take on Atlanta?
Well, the three-point shooting was the key thus far.
Tentei fazer muitas vezes de 3 pontos, pessoal, só que não tava conseguindo. Agora nesse segundo tempo eu consegui fazer mais.
We'll see if they can keep it flowing in the second half.
And Shaq, your thoughts on the Heat?
Well, you want to try to hold your opponent under 50% shooting.
Ele acertou 2 cestas de 3 seguidas aqui.
Defensively, they're allowing way too many good looks. They need to do a better job of shutting down the lane, as well as closing out on shooters.
And that's a wrap for our half.
Bom, acho que foi
And welcome back to the second half of our Halloween broadcast. It's been one outstanding game from Trae Young.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in the game. It's been fairly even so far.
Bora lá, mano.
The one thing you can say about the Hawks, they have drafted well over the past few seasons. Stole John Collins at pick 19, traded back for Trae Young, and the Herter selection. The rebuild may not be long in Atlanta.
Eu ia passar a bola, hein?
Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. And it's Capella in at the 5. That's the group starting the second half for Lloyd Pierce. Here's Nunn. Passes it to Adebayo.
Não consegui pular, mano. Apertei pra pular e não pulou.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. And Steve, the Hawks not only identify talent, they identify guys who will excel in their established system.
And that system is finding value with shooters. They also look for guys who bring the energy and also bring the effort. The size of the player isn't as important as the heart.
Here's Iguodala, following the basket by Trae Young. And he could not get
Caraca, mano, foi o Capela e outro, 2 em cima dele, mano. Caraca, teve falta, mano.
Just overwhelming the defense with his athleticism.
Well, all good things must come to an end. Iguodala was shipped out from the Warriors last year to clear room for D'Angelo Russell. Traded to the Grizzlies to make room for the Warriors in the Russell deal. Ultimately, I think we'll have a great legacy for his time with Golden State.
Now, here's Capella. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Collins wide open. He fires. Another 3 for Atlanta.
The The more Collins hits this shot, the more valuable he becomes to this offense.
Nice. Belo bloqueio, mano. Belo bloqueio, mano.
Fast break here. Here come the Hawks. Young from outside. That's down the hatch. Knocks one more to
Mano, que
his total.
bloqueio,
That's
mano. Que
9 for
bloqueio,
15
mano.
shooting.
Continuing to stoke the fire, his shot making has been absolutely superb.
Que bloqueio, mano.
That one, no good. Good defensive work there by Young. Kicks it out to Collins. Back to Herter. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Young inside. In the corner. Herter with it. The tray. Miami grabs the miss.
After hitting three straight, they finally missed one. But you can see the rhythm coming out of the half.
Caraca, mano, foi quase, mano. Isso é bonito, mano. Isso é bonito.
Atlanta calls timeout. Steve, we're seeing teams around the league putting up a lot of three-point shots. I'm sure you would have enjoyed playing in this era so much with that green light shooting three.
I would, Kevin. Getting a chance to shoot maybe 5 or 6 more three-point field goals.
Bom, entrou o segundo time agora.
But I also think a lot of these teams are copycats.
Eu tô aprendendo a jogar mais com o segundo time também.
Work on your game and what's best for you.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Clint Capella. Carter comes in for John Collins. Andre Bembry's checked in for Kevin Herter. And it's Teagan for Young. Now, here's Dedmon. He's got 6.
Foi quase, hein? Foi quase.
And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. Robinson kicks to Adebayo. Dedmon with the block.
The 7'4" wingspan of Dedmon. Hard to get your shot over that.
Hunter, the pass to Dedmon. Teague for 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Teague's got the lead up to 7 now for the Hawks.
The defense a step slow.
Boa, boa. Bora colocar fogo. Bora tacar fogo aqui na... Bora colocar pressão nos caras, torcida. Bora colocar pressão nos caras, torcida.
And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
Yes, baby. Yes, baby. Let's go, baby. Bora, mano. Pega a bola dele. Pega a bola. Boa, mano. Boa.
The Hawks leading by 7. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. And Carter has it in the corner from past the arc. And that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. Carter's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
10 pontinhos já conseguimos ver uma diferença de 10 pontinhos. É só continuar marcando, né? Boa. Fiz o bloqueio aqui. Nice, mano. Fiz o bloqueio.
It's Teague with the ball, but he brings it up for Atlanta. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half.
Caramba, pessoal, apertei pausa aqui sem querer, eu queria apertar a letra. Bora lá, pessoal. Bora lá, pessoal.
They've taken nothing for granted. You can see they're playing the moment rather than the score.
Quase.
Here's none. After the basket by DeAndre Hunter.
Outro roubo. Caramba, esses caras tão sorte, mano, pra ficar com a bola, hein?
And here is Olenek.
Deixa eu falar, mano.
He's still scoreless so far in this one. 4 on the clock to end the run. Doesn't go for him.
He's had a tough time getting it going, and he's put this team behind the 8 ball.
Bembry kicks to Dedmon.
Não foi dessa vez.
Pass to Bembry. In the corner, it's Hunter. Teague dishes to Dedmon. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot
Não
off in
consegui
time.
jogar, mano.
So a moment now to see the story on Jeff Teague.
Tudo bem.
Good season for him last year. He was around 12 points a game, 8 assists, and 2 rebounds. Backup point guard, always an important position, and he feels
A nossa
that role
defesa, tô
beautiful.
conseguindo deixar ela bem fechadinha aqui, então
Conductor coming off the bench, your offense can quickly
despreocupado com
grow
isso.
stagnant. He solves that problem well.
Jones,
Consegui
no
fazer o
luck.
bloqueio.
Atlanta leading by 12. Teague, the pass to Bembry. Down low. Got a piece of it, and they'll keep possession. Carter kicks to Reddish. From outside the arc, that one misses. And Miami the other way now. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Robinson passes to Olynyk. And the dunk by Olynyk.
Yeah, he can surprise you around the rim. Olynyk has some lift.
Pass to Carter. Up and in on the layup. Carter's got 5 points now this quarter.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's
atrapalhar ele no
The
arremesso.
resistance is no longer there.
Não conseguiu concluir o
The
ponto.
Atlanta Hawks enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute.
Bora pro quarto e último tempo pra gente finalizar isso tudo. Bora lá.
And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, it takes good
Jogada
vision
mais
and it
bonita,
takes good
que eu achei
decision
mais
making right
bonita.
there. He showed both, and he did so at a very high level.
Sei lá, mano, achei tanta mais outras jogadas bem mais bonitas.
To this point has not been an evenly fought contest. And for Miami, look at who they've got out there. Butler and Olynyk, the forward duo. Iguodala out there with Virou. And it's Jones in at the 5, down low. Here's Iguodala.
Ela vira e mexe, acontece isso.
And the call on the shot that sends
Nem
him to
era
the
eu que
line.
tava controlando o personagem.
And Steve, over the last half decade, Andre Iguodala has been a force off the bench.
People get so worried about who starts a game, but who finishes a game is more important. During crunch time, you can always count on Iguodala. He's such a smart player who comes through when it matters.
Herder passes to Reddish. Hawks passing it around. Here's Young. He's on target from 8 feet out. Young's got the lead up to 13 now for the Hawks.
Incredible night for Trey. Has direct involvement in nearly every facet of this offense.
Butler feeling out a bit. Young with the steal. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. Again, the Hawks score.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
The Heat trail by 15. Iguodala outside. Butler with the ball. He's picked up by Collins. That's tipped. Fast break, the Hawks. Here's Fernando. And the Hawks getting another basket right there.
Using those long arms and quick hands to create the turnover. Collins, once again, finding ways to help this team.
And again,
Opa, nossa bola, mano, nossa bola.
The Hawks making a switch here. Capella's checked in. The Hawks leading by 17. And the pass to Reddish. Back to Young. He kicks to Collins. He dishes it to Young. Now, here's Reddish. Defended by Butler. 5 on the clock. In the corner, Collins with it. And it's off from three-point range. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Iguodala's running. Here's Virou. That falls nicely that time from Andre Iguodala.
Iggy just keeping his head up on his swivel all the time.
Here's Young. Lays it up off the glass. Young's got 4 points now in the quarter.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Now here's Iguodala. Guarded closely. Rebounded by the
Não
Hawks.
consegui fazer rebote,
Capella's
mas
got his 7th rebound here tonight. Young outside. Kicks to Capella.
Mano, Capela não faz, mano.
The Heat trail by 16.
Incrível, mano.
In the corner, Iguodala with it. offline with his three. Hawks have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. Passes it to Capella. Back to Young. Fires the three. Over in the corner, Reddish. Gets the jumper from the corner to fall. Timeout called, the Heat. And of course, there's no questioning Cam Reddish's talent level. He has a high ceiling.
Tá se concretizando o mesmo placar da partida passada, praticamente. Quem foi? Quem foi? Trae Young, mano.
And you love his ability to match up, really 1 through 5.
Hunter's checked in for Reddish.
Mano, teve um que eu achei bonito, que eu fiz o fake que eu ia jogar e não joguei. Acho que foi essa. Não, não foi não. Pensei que fosse aparecer. Ela foi bonita.
For Miami, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Nunn passes to Iguodala. Knocks down
Nice, mano, essa foi bonita.
Yeah, that's 2 straight 3-pointers they've allowed.
The Hawks leading by 15. Young inside. Kicks it out to Collins.
Ah, eu passei, tu viu o bug que veio na bola?
We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Nunn passes to Olynyk.
Cara, é o tamanho dele pra mim.
No good off the back of the rim.
Missing that one helps out all the analytical guys from the mid-range.
Pass to Capella. There's the dish to Hunter. Collins against Crowder. 6 to shoot. Young passes to Capella. Here's Herter. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. The Heat trail by 15. To the paint. Nunn can't get it to fall. And so Young will bring it up for the Hawks. They led by as many as 18 points. Count the basket. Young's got 11 in the second half.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Reason why they've tightened up the vice grip a little more each time up the floor. We'll see if they can close this one out.
Now, here's Butler. He's guarded closely. A floater, and it's good on the way in.
Timeout. And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I
Não, eu acho que foi por aí o como é que eu posso dizer, o placar da última partida. Eles estavam com 48, se eu não me engano.
Well from 3-point range, you're really hard to stop. The defense didn't rotate out fast enough to stop the hot shooters.
Yeah, exactly, Kevin. They were lethal from deep.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
And as we get set to put this one to bed, a one-sided season series thus far. They've won 2 straight.
Bom, o Tigre já tá ali, eu acho que o Young vai sair, mano.
Monster game for Trae Young.
I thought he did a good job of filling out the defense
Ainda
early
fiz falta ainda, mano.
and once he
Só que eu acho que ele vai sair.
he stayed aggressive throughout.
Bora ver, saiu, mano.
Impossible shot to block
Tá
in the
morto
post.
já,
The
mano.
defender can't give up that much of a height advantage and expect to contest it.
And you know, Smitty, just a wall of muscle. Jay Crowder, one of those power wings that seems every team is looking for these days.
Yeah, he's able to straddle that line between perimeter and interior play. His versatility and competitive will set him apart.
Outside Teague. Back to Dedmon. Pass to Bembry. Over Robinson. Bembry misses. And it's the Heat with the ball. It's a 14-point game. Dedmon with it. He's picked up by Hill. 2 points. That one goes.
Nice.
And you know they feel good giving their fans a show here while taking care of business.
They're going to win by a nice margin.
Tentei segurar o máximo que deu ali.
Akpala, the pass to Crowder. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And Crowder.
10 segundinhos, é nosso jogo, é nosso
Crowder,
jogo, pessoal.
nothing has been given to him. He fights and he competes.
Now the pass to Bembry. Fires from deep. buries it from three-point
Só pra
range.
fechar com chave de ouro. 70 pontinhos.
They go on one last run to seal the deal.
Not messing around at all. They were focused, relentless, and they got the
Só pra
job
fechar com
done.
chave de ouro
And
esses
so it's
últimos
the
3
Hawks
pontinhos.
taking care of business in this one. And the outcome of this one was
Tudo
never in
nosso, mano.
doubt.
Tudo nosso, mano.
And boy, they
Tudo nosso,
really
mano.
put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Steve Smith, Craig Anthony, and David Aldridge.
Duas
This is
vitórias
Kevin
seguidas,
Harlan,
mano, contra
thanking
eles,
you for
mano.
tuning in. We'll see you next time.
É, mano. Conseguimos a segunda vitória consecutiva, mano. E contra o mesmo time ainda, né? Bora ver aqui os nossos comentários. Bora ver aqui, tá falando do time dos Bostons. Indiana Pacers, Warriors. Nenhum específico da gente. Bom, bora ver a colocação. Estamos em segundo, mano. Segundo. Junto com os Raptors. Quando é que a gente vai enfrentar eles? Deixa eu ver. Próxima partida vai ser contra os Spurs. Os Spurs estão em... o time dos Spurs é da Conferência Oeste, é? É da Conferência Oeste, o time deles tá aqui. Bom. O time do Chicago Bulls está se mantendo ali ainda. Caraca, só o Indiana Pacers que ainda não ganhou nenhuma partida, mano. 4 derrotas seguidas, mano. Milwaukee Bucks também tá numa fase muito boa aqui. É, mano. Deixa eu logo adiantar aqui, logo, ó. Nessa partida aqui nós vamos ter 3 partidas seguidas jogando em casa. Tá, deixa eu só ver aqui a mídia pra ver como é que tá. O time dos Celtics ganhou seu 5º jogo seguido. Tá com uma sequência de 5 vitórias seguidas. E depois desses jogos, deixa eu ver como é que ficou a tabela. Olha, se a gente vencer, a gente fica ali, olha, junto com os Celtics e com os Raptors. Em terceiro ou em segundo, não sei. Depende muito dessa partida agora. Então, bora dar o save aqui padrão que a gente já conhece. Pronto. Bom, pessoal, vou finalizando o vídeo por aqui. Espero que vocês aproveitem o vídeo. A gente conseguiu sair com a segunda vitória consecutiva, né, sobre aí o time dos Miami Heat. E espero que vocês gostem da série. Eu tô sempre atualizando ela aqui no canal. Não esqueçam de deixar o seu like, se inscrever aí. E eu tô sempre publicando quando sair vídeo novo ou live lá no Twitter, beleza? Então, não esqueçam de me seguir nas redes sociais. E vou tentar fazer live hoje à noite, provavelmente umas 10 horas da noite. E é isso, pessoal. Aproveitem o vídeo e até a próxima. Fui!